political experts. They're going to be talking about the recent Atlanta mayor's race really for years to come. Mayor-elect Keisha Lance Bottoms came out on top of what was a punishing election.
I don't know if that word even does it justice. The race was also notable for more than just who won it. Of the more than a dozen candidates who began, only one saw a spectacular rise in the polls that was unmatched by anyone, and that was not the mayor-elect. It was Peter Amon. Keith Whitney joins us now, and Keith, you spoke to the man behind that campaign. It really is fascinating.
Yeah, you know, that name is not the one you expect to hear when you talk about a spectacular rise in the polls, but it is accurate. You know, Fred Hicks is that guy just outside of the frame of the picture of somebody famous in Atlanta politics, whispering in their ear. You don't know his name, but they do, because he's got a Midas touch when it comes to getting people elected. When he signed on to Peter Amon's campaign, the odds makers knew early on that Amon was in the game. Now, every campaign is a team effort with the candidates like a Peter Amon as the star quarterback, but the campaign manager's the coach with the game plan. Now, remember, when Amon started out, he was at less than 2% in the polls. He ended up at 12% in 4th place in the Atlanta mayor's race, a relative unknown who beat out a galaxy of established political stars. Now, Fred Hicks was a big part of that rise to the top, and he says Amon was willing to do the work that many others were not.
You got to set ego aside and really look at, which is a hard thing to do, and really look at, do you have an opportunity to win this thing, right? Can you raise the money? Do you have a following? Are you willing to put in the work? Because running for mayor of Atlanta in many ways is like running for a governor or running for any other statewide race. The money is about the same. The level of work that you have to do is definitely the same. And you have more groups to which you have to be accountable.
Now, Hicks says if he could have pushed Amon's name recognition just a little bit more, he believes that Amon would have made the runoff and had a much better chance of winning against Keisha Lance Bottoms than Mary Norwood did.
That's an interesting idea, right? Certainly because Amon and Norwood shared some of the same voter base, but let's also talk about the fact that Peter Amon, I mean, is not an independent. He's clearly a Democrat, right?
No, that's right. He is a progressive, and it is partly because they did share the same voter base. Now, Amon would have been a better fit, as Ben was alluding to, in Atlanta's Democratic heritage. Many felt that Norwood was being cagey about her political leanings, and Hicks says that Amon didn't have that problem, that liability, and he would have made a stronger candidate one-on-one against Bottoms. Going to have a little bit more on this coming up at 6 o'clock.
All right, so like you said, it's the race that keeps giving. It's so fascinating.
There's a lot of stories.
Yeah, you brought it to life for us, so thank you, Keith. Well, Atlanta's next mayor, of course, that